Alright. So I'm gonna have to wait. I'm just gonna have to wait a little bit here for some people to show up. And while I do that, I should probably move this backpack so I can get a better angle. But if anybody's already there, how's it going, guys? Joys of Sorrow. Welcome to the Joys of Sorrow channel. Excuse me as I am currently setting up my bag here at Ballona Lagoon. I am getting ready to fish, but it looks like the tide is actually getting ready to change and out. Starting to speed up. So I'll try to. I still don't have a tripod for this 10-inch tablet. But I will do what I can. I already threw my line in. It's just I'm actually gonna switch out the bait. But I thought about it. I'm gonna take this time to kind of discuss the hot topic of the hour. How's it going, Brian? How's it going, Carlos Z? Hold on, let me switch that from live chat to from top chat to live chat. So there's already people here, so I guess I'll start talking about it. So you guys haven't heard, Freeman has left Slab City, and apparently not in the best of ways to do so. I just finished, not just, but about 10-15 minutes ago, I finished watching the video that Freeman released. I had first caught wind of the situation on Tommy's stream when somebody had mentioned it on this while Tommy was streaming before Kaz mentioned it, and then Kaz pretty much was the one to fill me in on the more juicy details. Well, fill anybody who was watching in, really. If I don't know Freeman. I made an attempt to get to know the Freeman, but his daddy, which was already weird, seeing a grown man calling another grown man his father, who has nothing to do with him biologically, but whatever. That's his personal bullshit, not mine. Judging from the character that he has and the previous videos that I've seen him on, and just his overall, the way he behaves himself. All I have to say about it is, you done fucked up, idiot. You done fucked up. I don't know if I got caught anything on that run. Again. What do I mean by that? Okay. Alright, let's just say your story is true. And, I don't know the facts. I can only go by what I've heard. One thing is for sure, you and your group did commit arson. Because here's the thing. Yes, you can set your own shit on fire. That is not a problem. Unless you live in a area that, in a fire zone that specifically has signs that says you can't. So, for example, here in LA, the people who live in the outskirts and rural parts of LA, during a fire zone, got something. Oh, a heli. I'll welcome this any day. Check it out, guys. First catch of the day. Halibut. Fortunately, he's not a legal size halibut, so I am going to have to let him go. And in order to do that, I need to put you down, buddy. Alright. Wow. Was not expecting a hali at all. Sorry, guys, gotta put you down here. The worst part is, shit, I don't think I have, oh no, I don't have pliers. Fuck, okay. I'll come up with an alternative here. Hey, champ. Ah, okay, I see where you're hooked. That shouldn't be too hard. There, okay. Got it out. Now I gotta get the fish. Excuse me, guys. Guys, look at this beautiful little Hallie. And I just caught him on a red calico hunter big hammer. Bye, guy. Whew. Okay. Wow. Wasn't even my target species. Wasn't even what I was going for. And I was talking about drama. You know? Let's see. Freeman's a nice guy. He's just misunderstood. Very cool. Z, you know, I have to be honest. I don't think he's a nice guy. I think that Freeman is a selfish idiot. His behavior, the things I've heard said, overall, the guy is not a. He's not a good person. Okay. I know he talks a lot about positive vibes and, you know, sending love people's way. Here's the thing. People can say that shit all they want. And living in California, as long as I fucking have, I hear it more fucking often said than actually acted on. So, it's a fake. You know, this whole love thing is a fake. The video that they made where they're talking shit about everyone is a good example of that. You know, that video shows off how fucking stupid and mundane Freeman is and how much of a hypocrite he is. You know, you spent the video talking shit about people. Only at the end of the video to say, oh, we don't like talking shit about people. Well, here's the thing. Regardless of what happens, if you don't like to do something, you usually won't do it unless your hand is forced. Okay? And nothing that you've done merits your hand being forced to do the shit that you did. That's where you done fucked up. Second, again, it was all ego. Look at how he complained about Korn. Alright? He is pissed at Korn for not coming to help him. That is the main emphasis that he made on that video. I don't like Korn because people were coming after me. I was having my own problems and you didn't come and help me. That's not how the fuck it works, dude. Alright? I don't know Korn. I've never met Korn. I've watched her videos. I'd like to take her a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels as a you know, to say, hey, hello, I'm Joyce of Sorrow. Just drop it off at the library one day. Maybe it'll happen, but I don't know the fucking person. But that is the wrong fucking way to think of people, especially in a place like the Slabs. Already in the city, don't go asking your fucking neighbors for help, because you don't know, most likely, you don't know your fucking neighbors, all right? Then you're going to go and drag other people into your own problems, by the way, without finding a resolution or to solve the matter on your own. That is where you fucked up. You didn't seem to actually try to resolve the matter, okay? And your past videos show this, Freeman. You've had encounters in the past before, but rather than actually deal with the problems, you, okay, now I'm getting too into this discussion that I'm gonna stop fishing for a second. Okay. You know, every video you've made has been mostly complaining about how other people have been bossing you around, intimidating you, this and that. We've never had a success story of you actually defending yourself, you standing up for yourself, all that shit. Big plus with you. Who's that? Is there somebody I haven't said hello to? Well, of course. Hey, Digger. I already said hello to Brian. Okay. No one is responsible for you in this world, Freeman. And you have this pathetic, stupid, and ignorant fucking sense in your head that no matter where you go, you deserve you deserve something that you that you deserve basically common necessities, that you deserve the basic human rights thing to live. And here's the fact: you don't. You absolutely fucking don't. While Americans and the U.S. is one of the most charitable countries in the world, we are, you know, pretty much some of the nicest people in the world. No one is entitled to solve your problems. Okay? No one. You don't have the right to put your problems on other people. You know, there was a time. Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm live streaming. Oh yeah, she's fine.
Hi.
Um,
How are you?
so
How are you?
again, you're mad at people because you have problems you can't solve. Most of those problems are problems that you started for yourself, or are common problems that people have to deal with, and most people will deal with them accordingly. And you just refuse to do so. You also follow the advice of stupid people. Um, Here's the thing. While it's great to have friends, uh, and you do always do want to be a little careful of the people who you want to associate yourself with and what they do. I'm not trying to say that you are what your friends are. However, there are moments in time, and it's perfectly reasonable for anybody to say, hey, well, if he's hanging out with that asshole, he might be an asshole, or he might be an idiot, he might be a jackass. Now, I'm not saying that that person has to judge you and say, oh, you are this and this because you are what so and so, the whole guilty by association thing. But it does set a red flag to the common person that if you're hanging out with so and so, you know, what kind of person are you? uh, Now again, you could just be a person of character that can accept anybody from, you know, any background, any race, or yada yada yada. But this is not the situation that's going on here, Freeman. Okay. So, yeah, you done fucked up. You were an idiot. Uh, Fortunately, I have no gain and no loss to you either being or leaving in the slabs. If anything, it saves me from having to encounter you one day. Because I have wanted to tell you to your face, dude, you're kind of an idiot. But now I can just say you're a complete idiot. And, good riddance, you know? Good riddance as far as I'm concerned. Someone else will take over the fucking property. They'll clean it up, and then life goes on, right? So, enough of that. I'm gonna throw this line out. Let's see what I get. Uh, that was cool. I was not expecting to catch a Halley today. I mean, I really had no intentions of doing that. So, I did just realize, though, something when I crab that halibut. I'm gonna need a new rod soon for this bait caster, because yeah, it wasn't that heavy of a fish. I'd probably say maybe it was a pound and a half, 2 pounds. Uh, but it, how would I say, you know, it dead weighted. So I didn't catch anything that one. Try again. That way. So anyways, how you guys in the chat doing today? Oh shit, did I just turn off my chat? No, okay. Domino wants your dick. Ah, bitch digger, you really will never learn. I mean, I've seen Domino. I don't even fucking know who Domino is. Time you out. There you go. Never learns. Now, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll catch another halibut again. That's if I'm lucky. Probably not. But actually, I never knew that these can actually use for halibut. I bought these with the intention of strictly going for calicos uh, and what's the other fish? Rock bass and spotties. So here, I'll show you guys what I caught that with. So here it is. It's a standard Walmart lead jig head, a quarter ounce, and a big hammer, uh, 3-inch Calico Hunter red, colored swim bait. Just let it fall for a bit, and then I slowly call it back out. Nope. Damn it. I might have told all the other fish about it. Like, fuck that little red bellied fish. It's not real, man. Nope. Nothing there. They might have just caught on to me, guys. That way. Oh, snag. Oh, seaweed on it. Okay. So, alright. I've been using this for about 5 minutes now, and I only caught that one Hallie. But you know what I need to do, guys? I need to light myself up a nice, beautiful, cherry-flavored Diablo Decider joint. Always remember the rule. Try to keep your nail or something pointy at the bottom one so that you can get out the other one first. Because the resins... unfortunately, here's another thing I figured out in the summer as it starts to, or the spring and the summer it starts to warm up, that oil that they use to put keef on it starts to kind of dry up, or not dry up, but warm up, and it starts to get the joints a little sticky to each other. So I need to solve that now with something else. Fuck. This is normally where I would get the fucking whatchamacallit, the fucking man, I don't know what the, you know what, I'm too sober. That's what the fuck is wrong with me now. I'm too sober. I can't even remember the names of fucking common tools. The multi-tool. There you go. That's what I need, is the multi-tool. Oh, never mind. Looks like I have to pull these out together because they are actually stuck. That's what I mean. You got to be careful with those in the heat. So I'm gonna have some tastiness. Oh, tasty. Right now. All right, the shot. There we go. Oh, no. Oh. There we go. So today's flavor is cherry. Oh, and you know what? I'll tell you guys. I was watching some fishing channels yesterday, and as gross of an idea as it sounds, but it should work. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Guy had some good advice on his channel. Um, I do smoke weed and I do dab and shit. So, unfortunately, sometimes that smell lingers on in your hands and it's very strong. So, using stuff like this, which is the Procure Super Gels, which they make in different smells, you could just get a few drops, rub it in your hands. Obviously, after you're done eating, smoking, or whatever, to get the weed, cigarette, or food smell or human food smell out of your hands, and then get something more attractive, in your hands. So I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to use that obviously when I'm done with this. Because as much as I'd like to be fishing and doing this at the same time, I can't. I really just can't. Especially, I'm going to have to put strip shut on my hands, and then I'm holding my blunt or my joint, and then it's gonna be a shrimp flavored cherry shrimp flavored joint. That doesn't sound delicious. I don't know. Would any of you smoke weed if it was shrimp flavored? Let me just ask you that. How does shrimp flavored weed sound? It doesn't sound like a good idea, does it? Now, I'm telling you this because I love shrimp. I really do love shrimp. It's one of my favorite fucking seafoods, but I would never eat it if it fucking, if there was dabs on it. No, that's gross. Okay, now Carlos, but what kind of pupusa? Now, that's a question. Are you talking about that cheese and lentil pupusa? Fuck that shit. I don't do cheese and lentils. Damn Salvadorans, in trying to invent their own fucking half-ass fucking sandwich, all they did was put cheese and lentils in it. That's not how it works. I wonder how many years it took afterwards for them to actually put chorizo in the damn pupusas. By the way, guys, just sitting there. Come here, Mocha. Mocha dog, the adventure dog, is here with me today too. Hi, sweeties. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Man, look at this water, guys. Look at that water. I mean, the tide's supposed to start going down soon, but then it's starting to flow down. Look at that water. Nice today. A few weeks ago it was like shit after all that runoff from the rain. You can't even see the sand peaks that are usually there. I mean, you can see that the water's shallow. The shoreline that was right here, all gone now. Now, I will say this, in the lagoon, you don't catch really big fish. However, we're testing out baits, testing out technique. You want to catch little species, microfish kind of. Saltwater lagoons are great for that. They really are. So I'm almost done with this. It's actually scary. I actually went and picked up this joint today, or these joints today, because when I went on Monday, they were all out of joints. I kind of panicked. I started thinking yesterday, where the fuck am I going to buy more joints? It might take them a while to get more of these joints. started looking around, seeing if anybody else had them too. But fortunately, when I went back there this morning, you know, they had them in stock. They had plenty of them in stock. One of the girls that worked there was telling me that this one lady came in and cleaned them out, basically. Yeah, these joints are getting popular. But again, it's a great bargain. I don't know if they sell for the same price everywhere else, but it's two 1 gram joints with shatter in it, covered in hash oil or oil, and then covered in keef. So 2 grams of weed laced with hash, oil, and shatter for $10. It's a fucking bargain. It's a real fucking bargain. And they're fucking delicious. Cherry flavor is really growing on me. The strawberry is still one of my favorites, but maybe because I've just been smoking them too much, the flavor is just kind of getting numb to me. One more hit and I'm done. Again, gotta rub some of this Pure Cure. This is shrimp. I really do need to pick up more of these. I actually had some more. I had shad and squid, but I left them out one day, and this is when I first got Mocha. First month I had her, so I'd let her run outside, and little bitch would jump on the table to grab shit, bring it down to play with it. So yeah, she thought she can chew on these for a bit, and then she learned the hard way. Oh, gross, gross. All right, that's done. I'm going to put this in a waste pocket because don't make messes in the ocean and shit. Yeah, that's not good, Z. That's not good, man. All right. Oh, this is gross. Look at that. Look at that. All shrimp guts and all that shit. Rolled it up. Look at that. Oh. Whew. God, I don't smell like weed or people anymore. That's for fucking sure. Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna regret that. Oi. I am going to regret that. I'm telling you guys right now, I am going to regret that. Alright. Let's chin that out one more time. Let's see if my grossness right now brings me some results. Stingray. Did not catch that. The little stingray that's in here. Oh my, you kind of want him to catch them. Not to keep them, I'd obviously release them, but never caught a ray yet, so. Although I probably shouldn't be doing that, considering I hear you need pliers to handle rays, so maybe I should stop being such an idiot. Got a knot, got a knot. Come on, come on. Out with you. Out with you. There we go. Oh. Oh, that snapped me. One of two things. Either that was just a rock or a big fish. Although, I really couldn't say at that point. Now here's the other part. I'm starting to get to my actual break line. For those of you who don't know how I fish, what I like to do is I like to actually just knot my braided line directly to my either mono or in my case fluorocarbon, which is what I use the most. And I'm actually already coming low. I'm also noticing that my line right here is pretty frayed. So I'm gonna call it a day with this. That'll probably be the safe bet right now. Now, I'm not done fishing for the day. I mean, let's see, what time is it? So 10:44 my time. So I have my other rod. I have my spinner with me. However, I don't really use my spinner with lures. I am going to do it today though, just for the fucks of it. All right. Actually, you know what? I'll keep this one together. Mocha's on leash, but actually has a new long leash that I made her, so better just to keep that like that so that she doesn't run into it, you know, and breaks it apart while it's already broken. Alright, I'm gonna have to put in a new lure, so bear with me guys. Before I can put the lure on, I'm going to need a jig head, or I can run it using my last hookup baits red crab lure. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Too lazy to go get into the bag. I have a feeling this will get a lot of bites, you know. Tends to, so. Alright, but I do have to set this rod up. Right there. Stop. Now, normally, I don't do this anymore. The way I'm doing it right now, you know, getting to my spot and setting up. Because setting up your rods, you know, if you set everything up as you get to your spot, you're going to pretty much not be fishing for your first 10, maybe up to 20 minutes, depending how many people, how many gear, or how much gear you're carrying. If you have nothing prepped, you know, it takes some time. Fortunately, all I have to do for prepping is string the line through the eyelet, through the eye holes, and get myself enough line to tie this lure. And I'm just going to tie this one bare to the line. I'm not going to use any swivels or anything like that. I've actually used these types of lures with a swivel. I've noticed they actually work less with the swivel than just you know, using a knot to get them through. I'm gonna make as many loops as I can because since this is my last one, I'm gonna try not to lose it. Now, if I get a few fish and it gets ruined, fine by me at that point. But lose it? No. Not trying to. No, 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 no. Alright. There we go. Now I'm going to need my scissors. Where the fuck are my scissors? I was using the scissors to get the line off of the... Oh, there they are. I actually have to use the scissors to get the line off the... or the hook out of the halibut. Fortunately, the way that he was hooked, he was so well hooked that it wasn't difficult at all. Alright. Oh, put that spare line inside my bag. Put this inside my bag. Which, yes, by the way, my current stand, as it is right now, is my backpack. So, it's just hanging off the pier, pretty much. I have it clipped on, so I'm not worried about the backpack itself falling off. However, the tablet, I've had a good shake going around. Good. Alright, let's do this. Fishing with the spinner. Using the hookup bait, 1/4 inch salt, red crab colored soft bait. Yeah, I am not good at fishing lures with with the spinner. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Yeah. This is not gonna be easy. This is like trying to do soft baits for the first time for me. I'm not good at using lures with the spinning rod. And the tide is starting to go out. Shit. Let's see what happens. Shit. Oh no, I think I'm stuck there. No. There we go. Let's see. Okay, good. No damage to the lure. Toss. Alright, that went further. Not working out. Does not seem like it's working out. But 8 out of 10, most likely I'm doing something wrong here. Because I tell you this, guys, these hookup baits honestly work. So this one not working. I am using a new rod that I am not accustomed to in regards to the type of lure that I'm using to. So could be just that. Not working out for me. Let's see. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and move from here a little bit to the other side where the car's parked. Because I'm actually going to have to be off in a little bit. Not off, off of here, but let me see. Hey, rural. Sorry, a little bit of needy person right now. Second one, let's begin. That's a rural summer 28. Hey, good on you, Robert. Hey. Do they still make the ugly stick? Yes, Z, they still make the ugly stick. However, the ugly sticks, unfortunately, are starting to get up there in price. You could still get a basic ugly stick and reel for about $30, but if you actually look at the quality of the reel they're giving you, you're just paying $30 for the fucking stick. The two that I have are, I'll show you guys what I have, or what I'm running right now. So the one that I was just using is a Okuma Rocks fishing rod and reel combo. I picked this up at the Big 5 Sporting Goods store. They were on sale, I think, for about $23, so $22.99 plus tax. It is a 7-foot rod for ocean. 7 foot is what I would recommend for majority of ocean stuff as a basic rod to begin with. If you're just doing pier fishing, you can get away with a much smaller rod. Obviously, boat rods are not that big either. Jigging rods, a lot of the big ones that can hold upwards of over 100 pounds are usually only about 5 feet or 6 feet high. So, this is what I kind of just started fishing with when I got back into fishing. I used to fish when I was a kid, and then I think almost 3 years ago, the nephew was like, I started doing fishing with my dad. We should come with this uncle. I was like, I haven't done it in a while, maybe. And then a couple $100 later, I've all of a sudden got into, doing a lot of fishing. If you live inland, yeah, you don't need well, here's the thing. Yes, it's true. For most fishing, you wouldn't need a long rod inland, with the exception of fly fishing. Fly fishing, as I understand it, they still need the longer rods because of how light the lures that they're using are still going with. Also, people who fish for trout, I hear, they like using longer rods. Don't know why. There's a lot of different opinions on it. So, but yeah, the reel is a Rocks 30 reel. With the whole numeration of the reels, there's numerations of tens, hundreds, and even thousands. Basically, I go from 1 to 10. I've even seen numbers like 1100 and 1200s, but they're very uncommon. So this would be a number 3. We're talking. This is a number 3, so this holds anywhere from, I think, 8 to 14 pound or 15 pound test line. I have on there 15 pound, who was this? Cigar fluorocarbon on it, about almost 200 yards of it on there. So that's been there for over a year now. That line's going to have to be changed eventually. And then I'm going to have to change that out with braid now that I'm more confident with braid. As you can see, my handle right here is just starting cracking here at the top, but that's really nothing to be all afraid of. But hey, the rod's lasted for me for almost 3 years. It has a 6 to 15 pound rating, and the lure weight rating is about 1/4 to 3/4. So, and then the other rod is, now this is an Amazon purchase all around, which means the rod and the reel were purchased on Amazon separately. So here the rod is a JLS Escort fishing rod. Um, it is a 7-footer as well. Well, it's announced as a 7-footer, but I've noticed that it is about 2 inches off. So I would say this is a 6 foot 10-inch rod, medium heavy. It's rated for 10 to 20 pound. On the website, or at least on the Amazon page, it said it was rated for 10 to 20 pound test line, 2-piece. And the reel that's on there is a Piscifun Perseus. I bought this one for about $28 when it was on sale. Left-handed, because even though I am righty for the most part, fishing wise I am left-handed. I like to reel in with my left hand and hold the rod with my right. It's a little weird, I know, I'm sorry about that. That's just who I am. And the line on there is a Godline, or the brand is called Godline by Cast King, I believe, and it is a 30-pound braided line. And I actually do like this line better than some of the other Amazon brand stuff that I bought. It's not fading out. It's not, it's not coming apart. It's really cheap too. So this whole setup, the rod cost me $30, the reel cost me $28. So for about $60, or less than $60, I got myself a bait caster setup. And I have to admit, guys, this bait caster is pretty smooth. I mean, you do have to keep it maintained, but it's pretty smooth. It's not a Lewis, it's not an Abu Garcia. I get that. It's not a Shimano. But again, I paid $28 for it. I think they go for about $40 on average. And even then, at $40, these are really good. I like them a lot. All right, so yeah. Now on my spinners, yeah, left-handed. On my bait casters, left-handed. I have only one. Which reel do you hate, Robert? You're talking about the bait caster, this one right here, or are you talking the spinning reel? Because I'll be honest, I hated bait casters when I first started out. I saw a lot of people using them, and they looked, and especially the pro fishermen, baitcaster, yeah, they are a pain. They are a pain in the ass. The conventional bait casters, those big round drum ones, they are a pain. But this one, again, is not that bad, and especially for the price that I got it at, it was a real fucking bargain. And they do have their own, how would I say, they have their quirks. Go old school and throw a net. That's the problem, Z. We live in Southern California, and anywhere past south of Point Conception, past, or the northern point of Santa Barbara, you cannot use hoop nets, throwing nets, or anything like that over 36 inches in diameter at the bottom. So yeah, that'll barely even catch me enough bait in one day's worth of fishing. To go live bait fishing. I'm not gonna do that. It's insane. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting my shit together and getting ready to go. My time is almost up on the meter. I'm gonna throw it in. But I bought a $70 reel and let's see that where in Pueblo Reservoir. Yeah, no, yeah. Bait casters demand. They have their own quirks. They really have their own learning curve. The biggest learning curve I would have to say with the bait caster is having your thumb on the line. that's more important than most people realize. That's more important than most people realize, that you have to have your thumb on the line. That's what helps keep it from, keep you from getting wind knots, or usually any knots on it, because that's supposed to absorb the shock of the line hitting the water. That's actually where your wind knots really start. Does the wind have a play in it? Yes, it does, but not so much as when your line, your lure, your weight hits the water. That has much more to do with it, because as it hits the water, it has a shock, sends a little shock through your line, and that shock goes all the way back to the line on your reel, which it'll make that line bounce. And if there's wind, then yeah, you are going to have problems, and it's going to catch around the other line, and it twirls around, and then you get what's called a bird's nest, and bird's nests are no fun. You guys hear that? The dog. This way, Mocha. Come on. All right. I'll put my stuff in the car right now, guys. I mean, I could fish over there. I don't know. I think I've actually shown you guys the marina, or at least a really good look of it. But I might have to do that today. All right. Throw that back in there. The rods are gonna go in the back. Okay, but yeah, there's the marina. If you guys see that little caged area, that's actually a door control system. Have you guys seen the other videos where I've shown you the lagoon? There's a doorway that opens and shuts as the tide comes in and out, or if there's too much water, going in, or whatever. Basically, that opens and shuts the gates that are down there. Let me show you. And you can see part of the gate out here. All right, you see that? So yeah, you can see that it's partially open because it's flowing outward. The tide is starting to come down. Well, this is inside the marina, Z. Of course, yeah, there's not going to be, you're definitely not going to be in the wake zone. This is just the beginning of the mouth. See, in the marina here, it's not a straight open mouth. You got a splash wall in the center, and you actually enter from either the left side or the right side. It's not like what am I thinking? Redondo Beach, Redondo Beach has that problem. It's kind of difficult for certain vessels, like for example sailing vessels, to get out of places like Redondo Beach, especially when the tide is very rough and heavy, and they're not motorized. I see there's a sailboat right there, but that fucker's got motors on it. I'm pretty sure that fucker's got motors on it. Yeah, like they're raising up their sail, but out of the way, you gotta be precautious. And I have to be careful when I'm out here too. This is where I'm gonna be roaming mostly with my kayak when I do the. Yes, for the big boats, yeah, they just drop you into the water with the hoist. However, for like small boats like kayaks or inflatables or whatnot, there is a little dock that you can take off of, but it is a tiny dock. But what I meant was, see, in Redondo Beach, they don't have a splash wall like they do here for the marina entrance. Their marina entrance is pretty much like a slack jaw, open mouth way straight into the area where their boats park. So there, you actually get a lot more choppy water inside their marina than you do here. That's some nice boats. Hey, as a kayaker, you got to be careful. I actually found out about 6 months ago, a kayaker got killed out here when he got hit by a boat. So And then 2 weeks ago, if you guys go to CBS News Los Angeles, a blue whale actually came into the marina. You know, it was a baby blue whale, but still a young blue whale just in the marina. That's a great sight, but who knows if that thing knows what it's doing. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna end it there. My hour's already up on the meter, so I gotta get going. I'm gonna keep fishing, but I don't think I'm gonna film the rest of it. Let me see. I'll see how the battery life is on this. Thank you guys for watching.